This is my entire fitness journey from the start to right now. First up is high school. This one's rough. This is right before I started lifting. I had also put this belief in my own mind that because of the missing pec, I would never be able to build muscles. Do not do this to yourself. Do not put a limiting belief on yourself. You can do whatever you set your mind to. Next up is college. So I had figured out how to lift weights. I had figured out how to eat. I just hadn't figured out how to eat properly. I had it in my mind that if I just got really, really big, it would overcome the insecurity of the missing pec. But getting that big and getting a little fluffy kind of gave me a whole nother batch of insecurities. These two photos are right before my first and only bodybuilding competition. I absolutely hated it. This was when I decided that I really liked the training and I really enjoyed the dieting and I loved seeing the physique change, but the actual competition part, no thank you. This was also the period of time where I came the closest to having an eating disorder. All right, so here I had gotten my meals under control. I was eating like 4 or 5 meals a day, still pretty obsessive over it, but I was able to bounce back, put on a little bit of size after I emaciated myself for a competition. A few months later, I had really dialed in the diet. I had found a training schedule that worked for me really, really well. And this is when the One Pec Wonder started to go viral. This is 2017. This is when I officially started my career as an actor. I was told by every casting director, every producer, every agent that I met with that I was too big. I was in a really weird spot because I couldn't be the shirtless, ripped guy on the beach because I had the missing pec, but I couldn't be the guy next door because I was too big. Based off of that feedback, I just tried to slim myself down all the way into 2019. This is the COVID bod. This is the home gym bod. I actually was very happy with the results that I found during COVID because I was able to try new things. I was forced to try new things because the gyms were closed. I really, really hardcore leaned into intermittent fasting. Decided, okay, I'm going to see how good of shape I can get in. This was the 2021-22 body. This was the comeback. Gyms were reopened. The passion was back for lifting. And I was going 5-6 days a week. I was eating a very regimented diet, still in the intermittent fasting, but I burned out. It got to be too much. Too many things career-wise had started happening during COVID, and trying to balance a very strict training protocol, a very strict diet, and a very blossoming career was hard. I took this video last Tuesday. This is hands down the best I've ever felt. This is quite possibly the strongest I've ever been. It's one of the leanest I've ever been. And I'm putting in the least amount of work that I've ever put in. Don't get me wrong, the training is wildly intense, but I'm only going 3 days a week. I'm in a very slight caloric deficit. Because of the amount of rest time and because it's not this overwhelming thing that I have to do every day, the passion is there. I truly feel like I have recaptured the very first interest that I ever had in weight training when I was really going after it. But yeah, that's been an entire look. This is how I got to where I am now.